Transformation in 3, 2, 1.
Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. These readings are good for sun, moon, rising, north node, or wherever else you find it in your chart. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. There could be messages here for you and other people. I'm also available for personal readings. My email is in the description box, so hit me up if you have any further questions or you'd like me to do a reading for you. And without further ado, here is your reading. Hey everybody, welcome in, welcome in. This reading is for the sign of Virgo, sun, moon, rising, north node, wherever you find it in your chart. Ancestors, spirits, guides. What's the story for Virgo? What's the story for Virgo? Oh, you get adventure. These are the Moth Radio Hour Game of Storytelling cards. They're writing prompts. If you want to write about this, you can. I'm not giving you a homework assignment, but these are great little prompts for writing anything, journaling, whatever you want to do. And this one is suggesting that you, Virgo, take an adventure. It says prepare a story about an experience outside of your comfort zone. Dangerous outings, dubious cohorts, uncharted territory, the joy of the unknown, the terror of finding out, escapades, romps, and walkabouts. May the force be with you. Awesome. And then it says, tell us about a time you almost didn't make it. A time your heart started racing. A time you were out of your comfort zone. Ooh, I'm hearing life is an adventure. That's right, it sure is. Are you going on an adventure? Does something feel adventurous to you? I feel like you might be going on a journey, sure. But you might be reflecting on something that has been quite the journey, right? The time you almost didn't make it out, the time your heart started racing, and the time you were out of your comfort zone. Certainly when we think about adventures, we think about like Indiana Jones and stuff like that. But sometimes an adventure could be trying a new restaurant, a new food, a new experience, right? Attempting something a different way. All of those things could be adventurous. So it's going to be different for each of you. But I think that spirit of adventure is recommended in your upcoming events, upcoming activities. Ancestors, spirits, guides, what would you like to tell Virgos about this? Adventure, judgment, woo, a call to action. I'm hearing call to action, a call to arms. And that doesn't mean fight. That means fight the good fight. Take the adventure. You might be being called or feeling that call to do something, to go somewhere, to try something, and it is your purpose. It's like the universe is calling your spirit on this new adventure. Like Lord of the Rings and Hobbit and stuff like that, right? Ooh, adventures. Nope, nobody wants anything. Nobody west of Bree would be interested in such dirty things. They make you late for dinner, right? Isn't that what Bilbo Baggins says? I think that the universe right now and is calling you through your spirit to maybe even, and judgment is often like a re-examination of something, like what needs to stay and what needs to go, what is coming with you, what gets to elevate on that next level, what gets to come on that adventure with you. Your spirit is being called to the next thing. Here's the King of Swords, decision maker. This could be you or someone in your environment, but both of these things are talking about making a decision. Are they not? Right? The judgment call, sometimes that doesn't get to be your choice. That's spirit. This person uses their intellect, facts, knowledge, communication skills, all of the above. It could be a judge, it could be a lawyer, it could be somebody who knows the facts. Like, often we put accountant with the King of Pentacles, but I think the King of Pentacles really enjoys having the money, but I don't know if he enjoys doing the books as much. I mean, maybe the King of Swords is the one who organizes how those things happen and makes those decisions about how things are delineated and delegated, right? So that might have something relevant in it for you, Virgo, but keep in mind that this king is wise, smart, and honest, and he leaves his feelings out. All right. Sometimes he's considered cold, but it's because Nine of Cups, but it's because he puts logic over everything. Right. And there might be something, when you almost didn't make it out, when you almost didn't get the thing, like he's talking about, like maybe the things that you wished for previously, were indulgent. They weren't what your new higher self would wish for. And maybe there's a recommendation against indulgences that might hold you back, right? That judgment call about this. Sometimes when I see the King of Swords with this, it could have, again, some and this isn't going to be for everyone, but it could have some kind of like legal basis because of overindulgence, and there's a judgment call here. So if you are going out on any adventures, make sure that you have a designated driver. Make sure that you aren't like overindulging in anything. If the people around you are, be careful about that, right? And again, like cool decision making, right? Maybe this adventure and what you're being called to is asking you to rearrange your emotional wants. And I would never say like don't do what your heart wants you to do because logic dictates you do something else. But in this case, there's like a call to make a decision of some kind, and you are no longer indecisive about it, and you're no longer wanting things that drain you of your energy. I'm hearing your capacity, right? So, think about this, because I'm seeing like the outside your comfort zone, dangerous outings, dubious cohorts, and uncharted territory, and the joy of the unknown and the terror of finding out, right? So there could be some information coming to you that maybe it might not be what you would hope to hear, but it's very freeing. It gives you the ability to make a decision and again, like choose something different. Not everything is coming with you, Virgo. It's not meant to. It's got its own journey to learn from, right? Ancestors, spirits, guides, what is this about? What would you like to tell Virgos about this adventure? Oh, embrace the in-between. It's okay. It's okay to be in that in between space, keeping your balance during that, because this and that are true. Wow. Embrace the in-between because this and that are true, and that's why this King of Swords energy is here and having to make this a judgment call. And it could be, again, about something that happened on an adventure that is because you tried something new, or maybe this is saying, the adventure is what you need. One more spirit for Virgos. Use your mind wisely. Wow. And if anybody can, it's you. You're mercurial. You're tenacious. You're thoughtful. You're extremely smart. And you can organize things. You can organize the way, like really, you put that to work, right? Make that part of your adventure here. This and that are true. So this is a great time for Virgos to itemize things, to clean things up, separate here, embrace that in between. Well, what are you in between? Using your mind wisely, right? A rebirth is assured. A whole new adventure. When we get the bat, we always think about sound, sonic, playful, right? And yet providing for yourself, being smart. Pigs are very, very, very smart. So we have the flamingo standing and maintaining its balance while still keeping that lighthearted spirit and being playful through this, right? Using your mind wisely. The rebirth is assured. I love this for you, Virgo. I love this for you because you're not taking any of this old crap with you. The new adventure is clean. It's clean and free of that garb, whatever that means. Thank you, Spirit. These are the Mona Lisa Schultz Mind Body Makeover cards. This is the one for Virgo. So they give us something that we might be looking at in a negative sense, and then how to arrange that in a more positive way for ourselves. So this is healing anger, number 5. It says, if I'm not right, I lose control. This could be you or someone else, right? And again, that might be why this judgment call is here. Did someone F around and find out? It says, we're letting go of that, right? This is where you get to go on the new adventure. It says, inspired, I go after my bliss, but I'm also open to the emotional reactions to others. You're going after your bliss here on this adventure, and you're open to the emotional reactions of others, but that doesn't mean that you are going to react to that, right? It's like, okay, I understand why you're feeling that way, but you aren't bringing that in. You are embracing that in between, because the way that they're feeling, the way that the situation looks, both things might be true. How is that affecting you? You have to use your mind wisely to understand if it's going to be an indulgence that causes detriment, or if it's going to be a choice to choose new wishes, right? A rebirth is assured. I think I have an idea of which way you're going to go with that. But again, that's completely up to you. Do not give your power over to tarot. We're just here to help you reflect on things and listen to your inner guidance. Okay. Always listen to your inner guidance. I hope that was helpful. I hope that you got something out of it. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for remembering to hit like and subscribe if this resonated with you, because I really do appreciate it and it really does help. Thank you for checking out your other signs, and thanks for coming back and seeing us again next time. Bye.
Transformation in 3, 2, 1.